Nikki Haley already kind of dug herself a hole with her Civil War answer. Well, she, I guess, is hell bent on making the situation worse for herself. So, all of you races always try to talk about you had black friends or you got a black friend. Thanks to AI, we can make imaginary friends for you. You can actually make some for yourself now. So, let's get into this, y'all. So now Nikki Haley digs another hole over Civil War comments. I had black friends growing up. Y'all, I think we would be multimillionaires if we had a dollar for every time someone said this, especially among them folks, right? We would be multimillionaires today. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley sought to make amends for her failure to cite slavery as a principal cause of the Civil War, but ended up digging herself into a deeper hole by offering and patronizing Get Out. I had black friends growing up. Had, huh? You don't have any now, Nikki? I'm just saying, but she does have a black son in law, y'all. I don't know if any of you are aware of it, but she does. So speaking during a CNN town hall in Des Moines, Iowa on Thursday, the former South Carolina governor was, questioned by Aaron Burnett to clarify her thoughts on the conflict and to comment on her rival, Chris Christie's contention that she had attempted to dodge the issue for fear of alienating potential GOP voters. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did mention she have a black son-in-law, but that does not, and let me repeat, that does not get her off the hook for what she did. And because she has a black son-in-law, that's why she should have been honest about the Civil War. But as you can see, even having black people in your family and you go that extra step, they're not just your friend, they're now family, you still sound like a racist. So, as you can see, it didn't make any difference, did it? And she goes on and said, I should have said slavery right off the bat, but if you grow up in South Carolina, literally in second and third grade, you learn about slavery, she answered. You grow up and I had black friends growing up, and it was a very talked about thing. It's amazing how people always got black friends when they're caught doing something racist. And all of a sudden, everybody got these invisible black friends. Never fails. Like I said, now y'all can go in AI and put your picture up there and put some AI black people and say, these are my friends. So, anyway, she continued, I was thinking past slavery and talking about the lesson that we would learn going forward. I shouldn't have done that. I should have said slavery, but in my mind, that's a given. Everybody associated the Civil War with slavery. Elsewhere in the conversation, Miss Haley, the daughter of Indian immigrants to the United States, recalled her own experiences encountering racism in childhood. Yeah, but y'all seem to have amnesia about that, especially if you can be white passing like her, then you have amnesia about that. So she goes on to say, we dealt with our own challenges. I remember when I would get teased on the playground and I would come home, she said, my mom would always say, your job is not to show them how you're different. Your job is to show them how you're similar. That was your mom's advice? Ooh, she didn't give you the talk, huh? So, anyway, on her later difficulties navigating the Civil War complex and enduring legacy as state governor, she added, I knew half of South Carolinians saw the Confederate flag as heritage and tradition, the other half saw it as slavery and hate. A leader doesn't decide who's right. When you serve the people, you serve everybody. Haley's latest attempt to firefight the issue attract immediate derision following CNN's broadcast where anchor Abby Phillips smiled at the Black Friends remark and noted it was already being ridiculed by Ron DeSantis. Well, Ron DeSantis need to shut up. You're trying to get rid of all of history, of slavery and even Black history in your state. You really need to shut up. Analyst Van Jones chimed in, describing her performance as painful and likening her answer to cleaning up with a dirty rag. So this should not be hard for a woman of color in this day and age to talk with real power and force about how awful slavery was and how important it is for us as a country to get past it and deal with it and confront it. So we can be better, he said. This is Van Jones talking. The controversy first arose when Miss Haley was asked about the question. Now, this was in Berlin, New Hampshire, back in December. And, the question came up about the Civil War. And rather than saying slavery, she answered vaguely. I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do. Wrong. That is not what the Civil War was about. I don't know. Maybe she attended a Klan party the night before. So her failure to cite slavery in her answer attracted an avalanche of criticism, with everyone from Joe Biden to Democratic National Committee Chair Jamie Harrison. And you know what? You Democrats need to go somewhere and shut up too. And civil rights leader Reverend Dr. William Barber hitting out at her comments. So she subsequently apologized, commenting, of course, the Civil War was about slavery. We know that. That's the easy part. What I was saying was, what does it mean to us today? It was about individual freedom, it was about economic freedom. Our goal is to make sure we never go back to the stain of slavery. But what's the lesson in all of that? More dubiously, Miss Haley also claimed during the interview the following day with the Pulse, and this is a radio station in New Hampshire, that the question had come from a Democratic plant. This is what she said during the interview, without providing any evidence to support that claim. Wow. And from there, you came back with I had black friends. Whoa, Nikki, you need to take a hiatus from the mic for real. Mm-mm-mm. You are not doing yourself any good by babbling on and on and on. It seems like the more she talks, the more she has a foot in the mouth moment. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think about this latest news on her claiming that she had black friends growing up. Would have been better off just leaving it alone. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.